Hi, this is Rolf from Tesla Owners US, and today we have a special guest, and it's Chris. Chris is a YouTuber from Germany, from Stromgarage, called Power Garage, and he developed an app where you can charge your car from the power of the sun at the time you have enough energy of your sun left. So it doesn't take it from the grid, it takes it directly actually from your photovoltaic panels according to some threshold. And how that works, I'm going to show you after this intro. Okay.
I pressed insane. I went insane.
In Germany personally, and he has also his own YouTube channel called Stromgarage or Power Garage, which has to do only with electric, right?
Yeah.
And
right.
Christian came up on a special situation as to how can I charge my electric car or my Tesla directly from the sun. And maybe Christian can explain something to that, how that works to charge your electric car directly from the sun. Christian, can you tell something about that?
Yes, of course. I always develop some web pages just for fun, and at some point when I got my solar power, and I had a Tesla already, I found out that both of these systems can be connected with some internet. I don't know.
So you can say APIs, right?
Yeah,
internet services. Internet services, right?
Internet services, right?
Yeah.
So you can get the current power from your solar system and send some announcement to your Tesla to charge or to stop the charging. So you can always use your own generated power for charging your Tesla. I used this system at my own web server in my house sometime, and now I created external web service where everybody can log in and create an account and just enter your Tesla account data and your solar system data, and automatically your Tesla will be charged when the sun generates power.
So basically what you have a little bit of a threshold there, right? Depending how much power you are producing. And then when the threshold is reached, then you kick off the charging at your car, right?
Right. At the settings in this web service, you can change these thresholds on at which power or which power overhead. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it called?
Yeah.
Which power overhead you want to start the charging at your Tesla. Currently, I'm developing some new addition that you can also add wall boxes and some tiny plugs just to plug it into the wall and charge every other vehicle. But right now it's only for Teslas, and for Solar Edge PV systems, solar systems, and Discover G.
And then you said also ABB, right? Because I do have an ABB system. So at my home, you are covering that as well, right?
Yes, I'm currently at the development and covering Enphase and ABB.
Yeah.
But it's not implemented yet. So it's step by step to integrate every thing. But the Tesla Powerwall is already integrated. Mm-hmm. So your Powerwall knows your power overhead from the solar system.
Yeah.
So you can over the Powerwall from Tesla, you can also get the information of the power overhead, and then charge your Tesla when there's enough power.
Maybe we should do that one, because I have 5 Powerwalls and I have a couple of Teslas as well. So and I really do that by kind of figuring it out like, okay, so this is the sun curve, this big bow curve there. And so how much charge do I charge when? So I have always an optimum time. So at 9 o'clock, I start with 240 volt, 27 amp, about something like that in that range. So I charge the Roadster first, and we may take an hour or two. And then at 12 o'clock, I reach between 11, 12 kilowatt or something like that. Then I kick off my Model S, and then at 2 o'clock I kick off my Model X. So basically, always then it's almost from I put some pictures in there in the movie as well. So I almost that whole curve I try to grab that energy from that curve. Now that would be nice to have a complete automated application for that, what you are building, and you are currently in the test phase, right? So in Germany, in the test phase.
Right. I have now about 100 beta testers here in Germany, where we together developing some new integrations and some bugs, of course. There are always some bugs in the start, and yes, as I understand it, you do that manually, starting the charges of your cars. So
yeah, basically what I do there is I say, okay, this charge starts at 9 o'clock, right? You can say start charge at 9, and then say start charge at 12, start charge at 2. So, and then depending how much amperage I give that system, so I know how much I'm approximately producing, so I never come over the total threshold about what the system is producing. Sometimes I do when something else kicks in, but that's okay. And the situation is in Germany is a little bit different. What I heard is that you are not getting that net metering. So if you're giving something into the grid, you're not getting it back, right? So you're not getting it back to the full price. Is that correct?
Yeah. If you put the energy in the grid, you only get about 10 euro cents per kilowatt hour.
Yeah.
And if you purchase 1 kilowatt hour out of the grid, you pay 25 to 30. So it's very important or very nice to consume your energy when you produce it, and not put it into the grid and get it back out of the grid later. So that's very a big advantage on the money side.
Especially for those people who cannot do net metering. So that was a long time ago in the US as well, also in Arizona, so that you couldn't do net metering. So basically also turn the clock, the meter backwards, right?
Yeah.
And that net metering, then now I have a net metering where they net meter in 2 phases, from 9 o'clock in the evening to 9 o'clock in the morning. And then from 9 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock in the there are 2 tariffs, basically. So I have to pay in the night lesser, and during the day more. And the prices are way less than what you would pay. So, and I also get way less.
Energy in the US is very cheap.
Yes, it's very cheap.
So that's a kind of different in Germany. And also...
But when you look at that, so I get paid for that over the course of a year, basically. At the end of the year, they say, okay, this is what you on energy spent us. And they give me then 2.7 cents here in Arizona for the energy what I gave them into the grid. So this is really nothing, right? So I pay during the day 15 cents, so approximately 12 to 15 cents, but I get 2.7 cents. So I'm also very interested of not giving anything to the grid to them, and also at the night do not even spend anything. At the night I really run everything over the Powerwall. So I don't, because what they do there is also very interesting. You don't pay much of electricity, but you pay the distribution fee, and the distribution fee here is about more expensive than the electricity. So
the same in Germany. The distribution fee and for the grid you pay a lot on the grid. Not only for energy. Energy is a small piece of that.
Yes, and the point there is that if you have a distributed network, you do not need so much grid because you're producing your own power and consuming your own
Right.
power, and
Right.
you're not stressing the grid. And that's the
Right.
thing. And that's what you are.
That's the second impact on that service.
Yeah.
It's not an advantage for the user itself, but an advantage for the whole grid. If you consume the energy right where it's produced and not putting
Exactly.
massive amounts of energy into the grid. Yeah,
but you also what you also do is you have an upper threshold for that as well, so that you can stop your charge. Basically, now you're saying, okay, at 2 kilowatt hour, 2 kilowatt, I'm gonna kick the charge off, right? Because this is all above my lower threshold. So you kick the charge off, and then when you're consuming too much before you're pulling from the grid, you can also stop it. Is that correct?
Yeah, right. The Powerwall and other smart meters know how much energy is going out of the house and coming into the house, and this is the trigger number for that service. So if you just putting maybe 3 kilowatt into the grid, then the car will start charging. So that goes about to zero at my in my case, because I charge my car only with 3 kilowatt.
Yeah.
And if it goes under zero, then maybe like I start cooking or something, then the car will automatically stop charging, because the energy that's coming out of the grid is getting higher, almost getting it always to zero.
Which is perfect. Which is you do not stress anything on the grid. There's no load on the wires or on the cables. There's no load on the distribution. Actually, you would be the perfect power customer, basically. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly, but because I'm not paying that much, so
yeah.
I think I'm not for the energy company is not the best consumer, best.
Well, we don't care about that.
Right.
So
yes, right now I'm developing a list, a priority list, where you can insert many consumers. If you have 2 or more Teslas or any other electric car, you can just prioritize these cars, and then if your power or energy overhead is over the charging of the first car, then it will start the second and the third and so on.
This was always bothering me from Tesla, because I have the Powerwall. I see how much I'm producing. I have my cars. I see how much I'm pulling. Why don't you connect those two? That I only consume what I'm producing over the course of the day when I can.
Right.
You can do it exactly, because you could also lower the energy
amperage.
Energy what you're pulling, right? So you could go in the car and said, instead of pulling 40 amp, just let me pull 20 amp or 27 amp or whatever.
Right. Tesla could do this right away. I'm really surprised that they don't do it, because it's so good for the customer, good for the grid, good for everybody. But obviously they don't, so I have to do it. And maybe this is some sort of kick into the ass of Tesla.
This is always encourage them to do more, right? So because if some other third parties doing that, so let's see, for Gruber Motors, they also do that. They're stepping in where someone else, when Tesla cannot do it, or does not want to do it, or doesn't have the time to do it, right?
Just think about a better route planner. Should be so easy to enable these features into the navigation system of the Tesla, but they don't for years. So a better route planner is very, very big and has many users. And at the beginning, I thought maybe Tesla tomorrow will integrate these things into their navigation system, but well, they don't. And
Yeah, but
maybe it's
they do have the Powerwall since years also, right? And
right.
they are not being integrated. The chargers, the
Yeah,
Powerwall. Now, I heard that the new chargers have a Wi-Fi connection. The new
right,
Tesla wall chargers, right?
right.
They might have
Very
something.
interesting.
They might have something in mind there, what they want to do.
Yeah,
There could
yeah.
be.
But some people said or told that this could have something to do with the bidirectional charging, which would be very, very exciting too.
Yeah.
That the car not only can consume energy but put energy out for your house. That would be the next step. But therefore, you need some wall charger with some sort of communication with the car and with the internet. Maybe that would be this.
With something for the future. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, I came to you because you are also like to figure things out and like to try things and like to step in something where there. So from that point of view, I wish you good luck. So you are when we over 100 people already in the test phase in the first and a beta version of that one. Maybe are you thinking about currently, because there are testers and helping you, they probably don't have to pay a fee to be on your server. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
But are you thinking about that they have to pay a fee for the future for that, or you're not decided yet?
Not now, not now. Maybe at some point in the future, like maybe some premium member account or something. I don't know. That's I don't spend very much thought on that right now, because it's still very small. When it gets very big, you also have to pay more. I have to pay more for the servers and
yes, and then you have to upgrade
for the system and then, yes, maybe at some point in the future, but for now it would be free totally.
Yeah, later you have to upgrade your servers, you have to upgrade your security settings, and then you have to upgrade the Powerwall, have to upgrade the firewall, so that people cannot come through the accounts to your server and all of that information, so that you can protect in the future. Yeah, and the one story what I want to tell you as well is that you're also doing different kinds of materials, and you're doing T-shirts as well. You have one of those T-shirts. So I have one of my T-shirts.
Yeah.
You have one of your T-shirts.
Can you read it?
Yeah, made on Earth by humans. It's about same what is in that Roadster, what's flying around the sun right now. Right. So,
and that's only because I was made by humans on Earth too. So
so the interesting thing is that one time you had a T-shirt called Viva la Revolution, right? And that EV in Revolution was written in uppercase in red. So, and that story was that when I was with Ove, a friend of mine, at the unveil of the Model Y, I think that Ove was thinking that Elon saw that T-shirt and he was smiling. So because EV evolution.
Yes.
So it is like a
revolution. Yeah,
it's a revolution. Yeah. And I think we are, you know what, I'm on that revolution already since, as now this year, I ordered my Roadster 10 years ago. And
that's crazy. You're a very early adopter.
Yes, I was a very early adopter. Now, I had also some many advantages from that, right? So there are many stories and many advantages from that. And at that time, you got to know Elon personally sometimes, right? Where he was very close. We are all happy that this is turning more and more, and I think the current crisis is even flipping the coin faster. So I think
making everything faster.
I think all of us are happy about that now. There is an incentivizing or subsidizing of electric cars, which are being even more increased in Germany, reducing of the value-added taxes, plus incentivizing that, and Tesla can profit from that as well. and all other manufacturers if they would get the car produced. And that I think that was the right decision to do that this way.
Yeah. They just doubled the amount of money you get from Germany if you buy an electric car.
Yeah.
It's 6,000 euros you get from the government.
My question is in regards to the e-cannonball. Did you guys apply for the e-cannonball again or not?
No, I don't. We took part last year with something called the Tesla Crew. It's six people in one Model X, and we always have very much fun. We talk a lot about Tesla and everything and so on. And that was a very fun ride, and we obviously couldn't win that thing with the Model X with six people and a lot of luggage in the back. But it was I think we had the most fun of all.
Yeah, I think as well. I think as well. So, for my point of view, I also cannot basically participate because of the current travel restrictions. So this year, because I would have to go in quarantine in Europe for 2 weeks, and then I would have to can do the e-cannonball, and then maybe I wanted to do a little trip also on the Rhine River with the boat with my family, and I can't do that either. And then I could do that, but then when I return back into the US, I would have to do another 2 weeks of quarantine. I'm gonna check with the embassy again today if I'd be capable to do that. But we also have people what we invited from the US, and they are US citizen, and I think there it's going to be even more difficult. Yeah, and then Christian is also living very close to where my band, the jingle what's playing always at the beginning. I pressed insane. I went insane. This jingle on my channel. He's very. The band is coming from Calw in the Black Forest. And this is only about 3 miles away from you? Or?
Yes, 3 to 5, I think. I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
But it's very, very close.
And I always wanted to intend to go to Calw and visit the band members there, right? And when I'm going to Calw, Christian, I'm going to visit you. I promise you that with my family coming there.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Right.
First of all, I would say I wish you a lot of luck, and you are having some IT knowledge or quite some good IT knowledge, right? Is that correct? Did you study?
No, I didn't study it. I'm an engineer for machines and cars and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
The IT was always a hobby. With my wife, I'm making some harnesses for dogs. And therefore, I had to develop some online shop web services, and so I got into it a very lot, and have very much fun with it.
And I also what I want to do is you're also producing now those face masks, right?
Yeah.
So,
right.
And I want to put my logo on it, those face masks, and order a couple of them, and maybe if someone uses my referral code and I can do him a favor, I'm going to send him 2 face masks. So I leave a couple of them with you so that you should put them in an envelope and send them out there. And the other ones I get from here. But I'm going to place an order with your face masks there. So I thought this was a good idea because one time I thought that there was Elon Musk. It was interesting. and all of the other ideas, what you have that Viva la Revolution with the EV being written big, and your slogan is always, hey, drive electric, right? That's your that's your slogan at the end. Yeah. So check out his YouTube channel if you know German. So he does not have an English version. Maybe sometimes.
Right now it's only German.
Yeah,
but if my web service is free for the US, I will make a video in English, of course, where I explain the features and how you get into it and so on. So there would be at least one English video.
I promise to help you there. So, so in regards to the English and what you can do or not can do, or what you can say or not can say. So, you know, especially I was also a lawyer in the family. So this is also important sometimes in the US. So it can help you about many things. So for that, Christian, I wish you all the best for your endeavors, and you're always an inspiration for everyone to drive electric, and we want to keep it this way. So that's all, and guys, thumbs up. Maybe we can check out Christian's channel. I'm gonna link it up here in the description. If you are speaking German, we will have some contacts in the future as well. And see you the next time. Bye-bye. Okay.
I pressed and say